Hi, this is Maggie. Today I'm going to be doing the chart of Byonce Knowles, born in Houston, Texas, September 4th, 1981 at 10 a.m. Her lines in her chart are so clean. I mean, it's a very clean cut, easy flowing chart to read. It's like she, first of all, was born, she has the ascendant Libra, and she was born with Venus rising, which gave her incredible beauty. And she has a whole stellium of planets in Libra, which gave her beauty, talent. She won like 20 Grammys, just done some acting. She's pretty much done it all. So her Venus rising in Libra just gave her incredible beauty. And then she, to top it all off, she has Jupiter. This is all in her 12th house on her ascendant. So let's go to her sun. Her sun is in Virgo, the work sign, in the 11th house of, oh gosh, it's the 11th house of Aquarius. So it just gives her massive communication, with the masses and all the different facets of communication available, and she just has so many friends, acquaintances, partnerships, and she probably is a humanitarian, or she has her own causes, but with the sun in Virgo, makes her a very, very hard worker. So now I get to get back to her stellium. There's such clean lines in this chart. I will post it. She's born under Venus, the sign of beauty. She has Saturn. Saturn is said to be exalted in Libra. Venus rules Libra. She also has Jupiter in Libra and Mercury in Libra. It's pretty incredible. So that just Jupiter gives her success and good fortune. I mean, in beauty, fashion, you name it, anything Venus ruled, and Libra being on her ascendant. I think she has her own fashion line, so a Libra career would also be music. Saturn just makes her work hard. I mean, she was probably working hard since a child. Destiny's Child was a girl group that was very successful. She's always had good luck. I mean, her father managed her. It sounds like she had a pretty privileged life compared to a lot of people. And with all those planets, stellium of planets, especially Jupiter and Venus, in Libra, but they're in her 12th house. The 12th house, the ruler of the 12th house is Pisces, so that's a water sign. And, it loves the arts. Venus loves the arts. So that's a good placement for her. She also has Pluto in the 1st house on her ascendant, making her a force to be reckoned with. Very strong personality. Pluto's ruled by Scorpio, and Pluto, let me just make sure of its placement. Well, she also has Pluto in Libra, but it is in the 1st house. Everything else is in her 12th house. Pisces, but she has Libra there, so that's all the arts and everything she's into. So Pluto's in her 1st house of her personality and makes her very, very forceful. It still is I believe it's still in Libra. Just wanted to make sure because she also has Scorpio that's part of the 1st house. So Pluto rules Scorpio, and that just makes her a very intense, dynamic, passionate personality. She has the moon and Uranus she has the moon in Scorpio. me look up here on this chart. She has the moon in Scorpio and Uranus. Just make sure about Uranus. Uranus in Scorpio as well, which is so great for her art because she can be as creative as she wants to be. Uranus rules Aquarius. It's the ruler of Aquarius, where she has her sun in Virgo in the 11th house. So having those both in Scorpio just makes her a very, and it's also in her second house. It's intercepted in her first and second house. So it makes her just a very passionate, shows her sexuality, you know, in her performing. Makes her a ton of money because the second house is the house of assets and what you value, and money, material. It's not always material, but in this case, it's in Scorpio, so her assets, Scorpio, a lot of times can rule inheritance, joint assets. So she's just joined her singing with she's joined with a lot of other musicians to sing. And with Uranus, she gets to change herself all the time. She gets to reinvent herself, and she does, you know. I mean, I love the New Orleans video she did. Yeah, she's always reinventing herself. That's the unique Uranus conjunct her moon. It's in Scorpio, so it's in her second house. So that's a blessing, and it's also sextile her Pluto, and her sun is sextile her Jupiter. So, you know, I don't see a lot of difficult, challenging aspects in this woman's chart, that's for sure. But no need to really go around the wheel because everything is really on the left-hand side, you know, on the AC side, the ascendant, and up in the midheaven. So the third house, she has Neptune, and Neptune, well, the third house is in Capricorn and Sagittarius, so let me just make sure where Neptune is in Sagittarius, so she is world-renowned, world-renowned for her music, has toured all over the world. Neptune is the joint ruler of Pisces. Also, Jupiter is the joint ruler of Pisces. She had Jupiter in her 12th house. So that is another good luck, success, good luck, you know, just good fortune added dynamic. So Neptune in the third house, I feel like it would be singing, touring, giving her an international communication and acclaim because it is sextile to Jupiter and to Venus and probably just about everything else in her 12th house. She has Jupiter, Saturn, Venus, and her ascendant all conjunct, which means they're all in the same sign in Libra. So that's where she gets her incredible performance. She is ruled by Venus. That's the prominent rising sign when she was born. And so that whole stellium just gives her the whole package, you know. The beauty, the voice, everything, the performance, the hard work. You know, Saturn there just gives her discipline. So she worked her whole life on her craft, and she was just with Jupiter there. She was born with this incredible gift, and so going around the wheel, she has Neptune. Well, I'm just going to go over the ones where she has all her planets because I don't have that much time. But she does have Venus on the 5th house, that's or musicality, the house of Leo, entertainment. And she has Aries in the 6th house. And it's also partially in the 7th house. And also she has Taurus there. So, you know, Taurus is assets. I mean, she just made a ton of money through her partnerships. I believe she made Jay-Z, I believe he's an Aries. I haven't thoroughly looked at his chart, but she may have married an Aries. So she made a lot of money through her partnerships. So now up to the midheaven. Her MC, her midheaven, is in Cancer, and her north node is in Cancer on the MC in the 12th house. I'm sorry, in the 10th house of career. That when you look at the MC or someone's career in a chart, that's where you would look. So she had, that is in Cancer, and we'll talk about that in a minute. She has Mars in Leo in the 10th house of career. So Mars, they're just two different signs, Cancer and Leo. So on her MC, she has the North Node in Cancer. And I think her, you know, being a woman, I think she's sort of a feminist, a modern day feminist, and just really has promoted women and brought them, you know, elevated their status, I think, in the world. And I think that's important to her. And so as a woman, she put that up in the midheaven. Mars in Leo is just that, she was born to be a performer, and that Mars is a fire sign, Leo is a fire sign. Mars is ruled by Aries, or Aries is ruled by Mars, so that just gives her enormous passion and drive. I mean, she's a force to be reckoned with between her Mars and Leo and her Pluto on the ascendant. I mean, that's where all her energy comes from, her seeming unlimited energy, and the moon in Uranus and Scorpio. Scorpio is a powerhouse. It's passion, intensity, joint assets, inheritance, and Pluto is its ruler. So that pretty much sums up her chart. It's just very clean lines. Venus ruled. I just went over her conjunctions and her easy flowing aspects. So she's blessed. She is truly blessed to have such a such a beautiful chart with such clear cut lines. A lot of people don't have that clear cut of a path. So yeah, it's very interesting doing her chart. She's truly blessed. Maybe someday I'll look at Jay-Z's. Okay, hope you enjoyed this. Have a great day.